Yeah, guys, welcome to another episode of the podcast. Today we have another episode on chatting shit with, and today we're here with Campbell Dytor. How you going, mate?
Good mate, how are you?
Pretty well. Big night last night?
Yeah, it was a big night.
Yeah.
Don't really want to go into detail how big it was, but that was good.
Yeah, it's good. All right. So you're pretty keen to tell me how we first met because you have a unbelievable longer-term memory.
Yeah, so I'd like to take it back. Your first day of school, I think it was, year 10, start of year 10.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll take you back to year 9, when I first heard of you. So it was like, how it went, I think one of the boys saying, Charlie Wen's coming to Trinity. And I had no idea who you were. So, but I remember them saying like, I think they all played you in footy. Like Riley played, like Grossi might have played you in footy or something.
Yeah.
They all knew you through footy. And then I was like, oh, cool. And then you get to school, and you had like a fresh buzz cart,
Buzz fade.
with a chain. You were in the chain, and I was pretty skeptical to see like what type of bloke you were. I remember, so this is actually what happened. I remember at recess we were playing soccer. This is when all the boys played soccer like really seriously,
like every day.
like every day. They still play it now, but I think you're on the opposite team, right? And this is what happened. I was to sort of test you out. I was like, oh, I'm gonna try and hit ya, like whack ya. It's such a dog. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna try and like hit this guy to see who he is. However, I just try and absolute whack ya. Just didn't move. No, I whacked you and you just did not move. Like, I was just like, fuck. And then I was like, oh yeah, I think this guy's gonna be alright. So, and then, but then, I don't think we had any classes earlier on until like later in the year. I think we had history together.
Yeah.
Me, you and Geordie, and that's how we became closer.
Yeah.
Because early on, I don't think I was that close with you.
But we didn't really talk too much. I was pretty conservative as well when I first started.
Yeah.
I wasn't really like too like outgoing like Riley is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, Riley gets pretty comfortable.
yeah, like once I like go into a class with you, we were just like chatting away like all the time.
Yeah, back at history class with whilst you and Mr. Sherritt used to get in,
Go at it.
you used to get in fights because you always wanted to go to the bathroom during tests.
It was that one time I literally finished my test early and I was like, sir, can I please go to the toilet?
Yeah, you're about to pee your pants.
I was pacing at the back of the classroom, just walking back and forth. I said, sir, I've finished my test. Can I please go to the toilet now?
And he was like, no, sit down.
He's like, no, you can sit like everyone else. What? I should pee my pants.
Did you end up going out? No.
No.
Or did you have to?
I had to wait till that bell went, and I left all my stuff in the classroom, sprinted to the toilet. Yeah, I must have a little bit, but I was up there.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty funny.
But yeah, that day I was playing soccer. I remember like myself like rocking up for the first day. I was in the summer shirt, so like,
Yeah, you were in the summer shirt, and you had like one button was undone, and you had the chain. So I was like, fuck it, like everyone. I thought you wanted everyone to see your chain. I was like, what is this guy about?
looking back at it,
No, but you know, are you gonna bring the buzz cut fade back?
oh yeah,
Yeah. When is it? When is it coming?
20th April, enjoy the due date.
Like full buzz, or are you gonna like fade it?
Fade it. Oh, last time I had a buzz, I was rode a bloody tennis ball. I'm so mad.
Yeah,
You can't. Not a lot of people can pull a buzz that hard.
yeah. Without looking like a fucking testicle. Or a tennis ball.
Tennis ball, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'm just.
No.
You got, as I said before, you've got like a just ridiculous, like detailed long-term memory, and like the other week we were just talking about like the Bible stories, and you had so many.
Oh, yeah. I've got really good long-term memory, not great short-term memory, but it's just I remember just like really weird things that are like not that important, but I just remember weird stuff. Like I'm really good with dates. Like as we said, I'm really good at remembering. Like I know all my cousins' birthdays, like all you boys' birthdays, and I just like I can see a photo of myself and I can pinpoint what date it was, just judging off like how I looked or like what my haircut was. Or, like I'm just really good at that stuff. I don't know why, but
Do you remember names or faces better?
names.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm pretty good with names. I can pinpoint a name to a face.
See, I'm shocking with names, but I can remember like everyone's face. Like I've seen something before. Like if I see someone walking past and they're like, "Oh yeah, I remember seeing them in this spot," but I don't remember their name. It would take me like seeing them 3 or 4 times to like be able to say their name. Just like that's the top.
Depends when though, because when you meet someone at a party or like a social gathering, I don't know you, but I never really process the name because it's like, yeah, g'day, my name's Gail. G'day, my name's I don't know Tom. Like it's just like I don't really.
Yeah, it's just it's a quick interaction.
It's a quick interaction, so you don't really process it.
Yeah.
But then, like, I remember people from I'll see 5 years ago, and I haven't seen them in 6, 7 years, and I'm like, I know. In my head, I'm like, oh yeah, that's so and so from wherever, like basketball or primary school.
Yeah, like at parties. Like, cause whenever you go to like a party, you always like see people like in groups. So you always say hi to like a group or like for a group of girls. And like, hi, I'm Campbell. And then they go, so pen. 5 times over, I'm like, you don't remember one of their names.
Yeah, but
Half the time when I see they like meet someone at like a party, and then I see them like another time just out and about, I'll be like, oh, you're from that party. I just don't say their name. I'm like, oh, you're from there.
I feel awkward when I have to go on. Like, oh, we've met before. You're from that and that, and then they don't remember. you just look weird.
Should we get into the
Yeah,
dipper?
yeah.
So, we'll talk about this before because
I got hot chocolate. Nah. I reckon I'll be drinking hot chocolate for the rest of my life. But it's so good.
imagine when you're 50, they're going up to the.
Mate, she looked at me funny today. She looked at you and said like long soy black, whatever it's called.
My face so off to the current.
You said like a long shot black. And then I was just like, hot chocolate. It was just so awkward.
I mean, Christina looks at the little view when they don't get a copy. So, yeah, like having hard conversation with people. I feel like I could talk to you about literally anything.
Yeah.
Because I consider you one of my best mates. And having like hard conversations with people as recently, like I was doing research on it before, it's dropped down by like 20 and 30% worldwide of people having conversations about their mental or emotional well-being.
Really? Drop down.
Even though recently, we would say recently, like past decade or two, there's been like, especially through social media, there's been such a breach about, of not exposing, but, you know, being vulnerable about your well-being and all that stuff. Despite all of that exposure
Yeah.
to people through social media, it's still such a big problem. And that's because, it's also because of social media, because people get so addicted to it and they're always on their phones in like private and public settings. And they're just so consumed by all the content that they're getting. And it makes it hard for them to, you know, speak to people in public.
I reckon also, there's so many like people nowadays on social media like telling what people to do, like you don't know what to believe. If that makes sense. So yeah, I don't think it is true that people find it hard social settings probably nowadays, but it can be tough because people, I don't know how to say it, like people obviously go through different stuff, and people, depends on their personality. Like so many people can just like vent out and just talk to anyone, whereas some people like may have the exact same problem, but they just don't feel like it. And even like some people do have those people that they can talk to, but some people still find it hard to speak about their problems and whatnot. But I reckon so just that trying to find that good, all you need is one person to talk to, really.
Yeah.
Like whether it's a family, a friend member, because what if you speak to someone, I reckon the more you'll see like they're going through the same thing as well. Like obviously never alone and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the time people who are going through like mental problems, they think it's like they're the only person that's going through that.
Yeah.
And because they're not chatting to anyone about their problems or trying to get some sort of advice, or even half the time that people that want to speak out about their problems, they're not looking for advice. They just want people to hear it.
Yeah, like you don't always need a solution. You just need, sometimes solution is just legit someone being there as a sounding board and just hearing something, like just literally get it off your chest.
Yeah.
Because it is hard to have a solution for everything, because such like mental health is such a complex situation. And also I reckon it's so much easier if someone else talks, like opens up. It's just a domino effect, and the next person will, like if you like let out all your problems to me, I'm more likely to go, yeah, look, I've been thinking about this lately. And it's just like, that's how conversation starts.
And that's also how relationships, develop so much further.
Yeah, like I reckon the better relationship you have, like the more vulnerable I reckon you are, the more probably connected you are to that person, I think.
And like, it's also with the stereotype that, only girls like vent out about random shit.
Yeah.
All the time to their mates, whereas blokes just talk it out. I don't know how to explain it, but they talk about stuff that's bothering them personally. Like they'll talk about a different topic that has nothing to do with it.
Thing is, because us boys, not like our group, but like boys in general, like have so much banter, it sort of just gets swept under the rug. When sometimes like you really need someone to, like something to talk to. But can I use like an example of how this happened? Remember in year 9, we had this thing called learning journeys, and it's about end of year 9, and it was legit all about like finding yourself and like developing yourself and like getting to know other people on a deeper level, like in your class. And a good example of this was we were in houses and split up in like classes, and we all sat around a circle, and the leader, the teacher, you had to write your biggest regret on a wooden board. So everyone like went off, wrote down their biggest, it was something like biggest regret, or like something crazy like that. And we all sat around. I remember them saying like, all right, everyone is going to get up and say their biggest regret to the whole class in front of everyone. But it would take, everyone has to say something. But they said we can sit here in silence for like for as long as we want, until someone, like everyone else, speaks. So it was like silent for like 5 minutes because no one wanted to speak. We was all scared. And I don't know who went first. I think it actually might have been Bally that went first. He said his, and then as soon as that, I went. As soon as that, like, next person went, like that quickly, just because no one really wants to be the first person that opens up. And then also I remember hearing like some of the boys that I don't talk to at all, classes, like their regrets, and I'm just like, geez, I would never have known this like at all. Now I still think about some, like, I know you always know that little bit. Yeah, it's crazy because my regret was similar to other boys, and I didn't know that at the time, but once you share as a group, some boys were crying and some boys were, it's pretty deep, but felt so much better afterwards, I think.
Yeah. And I was like, when we did sparring late last year.
Yeah. Very similar to that, yeah.
I think I spoke about this one episode ago, but we did a exercise where you had to go and you got put into pairs in front of a random person in the group.
Yeah.
And so I'm not gonna say who, but I got put with someone who I don't usually talk to at school. And it was in one of my classes, but like I'm actually just never chatted to him for my entire time at school. And I literally just learned his name then. But we started chatting and we had to talk about, I think it was the same thing, like something that we regret in our lives. And he was, I won't say what he was talking about, but it was something so personal to him. And he like started getting really emotional about it. And it was just like, wow, like, you don't understand like how, because not talking about school, I don't know what he's going through, and what his life is like at home, finding out that he goes through some really tough mental stuff makes me feel more, sympathy to him, and like understanding that like despite not knowing everyone at school, like everyone are going through something.
Yeah.
And just like have some sort of respect for everyone at school.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And we're like speaking out. A lot of time, like, I was like old girls, but when they talk about like their relationship problems, sometimes when they vent out about their relationship problems, it's most of the time just like shitting on their significant other.
Yeah.
Instead of looking for advice.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't really know this because I've been in a relationship ages.
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah. The other, I think that long ago, you told me that you've never been in a relationship
No.
before, which was me.
I had a few in primary school. Primary school and kinder, and then ever since then, it's just downhill.
Good, was it your primary school girlfriend?
I had two.
Ooh.
One we know very well, Chloe. Chloe Effie, yeah.
Loving you a lot.
Yeah, back then, yeah. And then the other one was this girl called Bella in year 6, but that was pure iMessage. And then I would go to school and not say a word to it.
On the topic of primary school, do you have any really funny?
Oh, I've got so many.
Spitball going.
Primary school, where do I start? Like embarrassing or just like good memories or?
Do a couple embarrassing ones. Funny one.
Say embarrassing one first. So this was year 1. I remember I really needed to go to the bathroom. So I was putting my hand up to go to the bathroom, and as I put my hand up, the teacher like yelled out to the class, "Oh, does anyone want to go to the sand pit and fill?" We had to like fill a sand bucket or something. We had to like fill a bucket with sand, so we had to like go to the sand pit, which was on like the other side of the school. And then because I had my hand up to go to the bathroom, she picked me because she thought I wanted to go and fill the sand up. So it was me and this other girl called Ruby. I was like, oh no, I really need to go to the toilet. So we're filling up the sand and we're like on the other side of the school. And I'm like, since I'm in year 1, I don't want to like break the rules and just go to the toilet without asking. Because when you always have to go to the bathroom to ask to go to the bathroom. So while she's like filling up the sand pit, I'm like jumping up and down, like about to like, like hand on my dick, just trying to hold it in. And then I remember I was in trackies, and before you know it, I just feel like a few drops on the sand. I look down, it's piss everywhere, like everywhere, and then I just I just run behind a tree, try and empty it all out, and there was none left, and it was just all in my pants, and I was panicking. I was actually like, I just pissed my pants. But what I was more nervous about was because I was with a girl. Not even that's more embarrassing. I'm like, I'm done. Like, she's gonna tell everyone. I'm like, my life's over. I'm like, I'm on the verge. I don't think I cried. I was on the verge. I was just so embarrassed. So we walk back to the classroom whilst I've got piss my pants everywhere, and the girl goes, her name was Ruby. She goes, "Oh, just wait outside, and I'll come get the teacher and, help sort me out." So I'm like waiting outside of the class, just like in the middle of the oval, sort of like on the oval. And the teacher, like this, I had a huge crush on the teacher. Shout out Miss Nemick. Miss Nemick, she was like tall, nice dimples, nice smile. She's just lovely. So I was actually really embarrassed because I'm like, oh, she can't see me like this. She's not going to like me back. Anyway, and then she told me to go to the office and get it change a pair of pants. And I walk up to the office by myself. And then as soon as I walked to the office lady was called Charlotte. I was actually really close with her. I just bursted out crying, just embarrassment. Because they're like, "Hi, what would you like? Like, how would you help?" And I'm just going, I pissed myself. I was just crying. Like, and then I changed, got a new pair of trackies and jocks. No, I would have probably freeballed. And then I had to chuck my wet trackies in the bottom of my bag. And I didn't tell my sisters because I walked home. I used to walk to school with my sisters, and I just went straight to the bin. Like, when I got home, didn't tell a soul. But thank God, shout out to Ruby, she didn't tell anyone. What a G. I thought I was done, and then she didn't tell a single person. If I was in her shoes, I would have told. I would have thought, "Oh, this Ruby pissed herself. What a fucking idiot."
If Chloe would have probably supposed to stay like that.
It was year one. It was very early. I was only about 6, so. What's your most embarrassing primary school?
I don't have too embarrassing one, but got one that's just like so dark. It was in my year 2. And I'll make out, but I managed to snake out before the bell. I don't know why no one else was there on the playground. It was just mate. Like you, I thought that,
As always.
so when we were younger, we always took this. I haven't grown out of that. I still need to go to the toilet at least 15 times a day.
I've been to the toilet 3 times before the podcast.
I just got really good at this.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it would just be so fun just piss on the slide.
Side of what?
On the slide.
Piss on the slide. That's disgusting.
Yeah, on the slide.
Was it good? That's just slide down.
Because it was like, the classroom was here. The playground was, I looked in the windows and all the blinds were down. Being a bit risky. I did it. And so I was just strolling around, just staring at the slide and saw a little crappy go to things.
Are you serious? Oh, that is so bad. What year were you in? 2.
Year 2. And I looked back and went down it. So
The probably would have been like, "Geez, that's a slippery slide." No, that's so bad. That's disgusting.
I've got long stories. Maybe
What, like recess and lunch, what games did you play? Did you play footy or?
so recess, it would always be either, it depends on what time of year it is. So if it's like peak summer, like this is or like late December, we'd always be playing cricket. Or ballswear.
Oh, yeah, ballswear.
Throughout footy season, like when footy season starts, we'd always play a massive game to the OB.
See, that's a lot different from us. we did play. We didn't play much footy because we would just tackle, and then teachers would just call it off because like we're tackling each other. It's too rough and whatnot. And actually, cricket was banned at our school to play cricket at lunch. Yeah, because what happened? This kid in the year above called Mark. It's a good story. Actually, not really good story. Kid in the year above was playing cricket. We'll call Marcus Turner. He was playing cricket, right? And a kid in our year was playing like T or something. So he was playing cricket, and he goes to like have a shot, and he like I think it was like a wooden bat, or because he brought his own bat. He goes to have a shot, like misses the ball, and like this guy called Alex Gatt was running past in Tiggy, and he just followed through, hit his face, and like sliced half of his nose open, like blood. It like broke his nose, blood everywhere. Like he just followed through, whack, and then that was like year 4, and they just canned it. They were just like, all right, there's no cricket. Like it's too dangerous, even though it's such an unlucky scenario. But then he had like a pretty big scar. It was like from his eyebrow running down to his like nose. It was just smack bang in the middle of the nose.
What, were you playing cricket as well?
No, I wasn't playing cricket. We played a lot of soccer, like a lot, and it was so competitive. But we also played gang up Tiggy, you know gang up?
Yeah, we played a lot of games.
Gang up 40-40 home base. Have you played that? Yeah, that's
We always did that, but then some little dickhead would just start cheating. And everyone would
40-40 home base was the best. Gang up Tiggy, like we used to get like the whole year level playing gang up Tiggy around the school, and it was so good. And like when you got tagged, did you have to roll your sleeve up?
We never had anything that like made distinctive who the people were it. So
See, that was yeah. So for us, we had to, if you're it, you had to like roll your sleeve up. So if you saw someone like with their one sleeve rolled up, they're it, obviously. And remember, like Max Gontier, he was pretty good at it, but he was such a cheat because he was so boring. Like he used to hide in the prep area and just camp, like just literally just stand there the whole game where no one goes, and then I would eventually get it, and then I'll try and chase him up, and then he would win. Riley was always it. Riley's too slow. Yeah, and always try and impress the girls, just try and get the girls, chase, like just tag him, just be the biggest show off ever. But yeah, that, soccer and basketball, that was basically what we played at primary school.
we never really played that much basketball.
We played a lot. We had about 6 basketball rings at our school. We didn't have any footy ovals.
We had a massive footy oval. We were playing soccer and footy of a footy oval.
See, we didn't have any goalposts or anything. So it's sort of like, there's no goals playing footy, so we'll just play like marks up. But yeah, we just played those games. Yeah, a lot of soccer.
I did a bit of soccer as well because we had about 3 different. Because I was their 10-5, we had about 3 different D10 teams all in the same football league.
Oh, really?
We would all go, like on a Friday, literally like more than half of the school would go to BSC and would just be playing futsal on the Friday.
That's sick as.
Yeah,
Did you have a graduation song?
any of that.
How can you forget about this things? We had we sang High Hopes by Panic at the Disco. Classic 2018 song. And our graduation was pretty good. We went bowling. We went bowling. And then we had a graduation lunch. And there's a flick of me and Riley at the graduation lunch. It's pretty good. And then we had the graduation ceremony at the assembly. And then after we had the classic Year 6 disco. That went off. With a little DJ.
Year 6 disco now.
Yeah. I was wearing like my best fit. I was drooped out. I was wearing like Tommy Hilfiger shirt, like neon blue boardies and Asics runners.
You guys, at your school disco, did you have a air guitar competition?
No, we didn't.
All like the so at our disco, then like beats wood here and everyone like ready to go home. And then we go, okay guys, we're gonna have an air guitar competition. We're gonna show us the best air guitar.
Should you like hectic as? Did you win?
An air guitar. I did the whole day side of everything. Oh my god! So we had a year 5 and a year 6, guys. Year 5 on the air guitar finish. I'm doing it fast.
Yeah.
Honestly, sick idea to do it next side of the arch.
Oh my god.
And so I like get up in front of the whole crowd. I don't know how, like the stage is here, and there was like a gap in between like the stage and like, everyone else. And so I was like middle ballad, and I just like pushed everyone, playing air guitar, ran on the sides, tried to do a knee slide, and just absolutely
That's I can like hear it. I can like
our gym floor was like rubber,
so
so there was no sliding out.
you just stopped.
Happened. I just went knee boom.
Yeah.
I went like I was so like barely anyone probably was actually even watched me. It was even worse that no one was like paying attention.
Oh, that hurts. How many kids from your primary school go to Trinity?
I think it's like finish. What say that 7 or 8?
That's pretty good.
It's there for you.
I'm pretty lucky. My best 3 mates in primary school, like legit, probably like my only 3 mates, were Riley, Max Gontier, and Emilio Varales. Yeah. And they all go to Trinity now, and we're still so close. Yeah. So yeah, Riley, Emilio, and Max Gontier at Hartwell Primary. So it's pretty good.
Do you reckon there's a we call it a different between talking about when I was about from that on awful conversations between like your best mates and the people that you love?
So like you say, it's harder. I reckon it's harder to. I find it harder to bring it up in front of my parents if I'm struggling with something, just because they may find it harder to relate because they're not the same age as me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like everyone's different, but I know when I talk to my mum, she always just like, she knows it, like she always helps me out and she just knows the answer. It's really weird.
Well, yeah, then again, they have
that much more. They're so much smarter than us, yeah. But yeah, I find it easy both. But if I had to choose, I'd go to my mates because we're the same age.
Yeah, we also see them like all the time. Yeah, so it's like we have the competition on that. They're still not. But do you thought he has there's not really a word for it, but a relationship with like one of your mates that like you love them, and like if you didn't have to see them for like a year or two, you guys could see each other after like nothing happened?
Yeah, I reckon probably all you, like, obviously I love all you boys, but that probably Riley, because I've just known him. He's legit. Because I don't have any brothers, but he's legit the closest brother I would call. Yeah. Because yeah, we just known each other that long. Yeah, we are day ones. I used to actually bully him in primary school back in the day.
Oh, he brings up that much.
Because
can't believe that Edge in primary school was like, oh, you not there with like in primary school?
He was actually so annoying. He actually deserved it. It's because everyone loved him, and he always got his way, and he was such a sook. Like, he cried about everything. Like, in year 1, if he got out in cricket, he would cry. Just that type of bloke. So, yeah, I used to Yeah, it's because it annoyed me how everyone liked him. Hey, that's just a jealousy thing. Oh, definitely, but as I got older, I saw it gone. Yeah, of course, everyone loves him. Yeah, yeah, I don't really care about him. Yeah, nah, but yeah, from I reckon prep to you two, we weren't best friends. We weren't friends. Nah, we didn't see eye to eye. No. And then I reckon, yeah, we didn't get along. But going back to your question, definitely. Oh, there's obviously a few. I reckon all the boys. I reckon I'm really close. We've got a close group, but if I had to pick one, probably Riley. If I didn't see him for like 5 years, I reckon everyone would just say, "G'day, mate, how's it going?" And then Riley would probably say another shit call, and then we'll be back. Back to square one. Yeah.
So we said before, you're never in a relationship. This is a pretty, like, not full on, but harder than question. But, like, why do you feel like you haven't been into it?
Jeez.
Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to set you up.
I, I reckon I don't put. I reckon I don't put like enough time to like try and be into one. If that makes sense. I find it right now, not right now, but yeah, right now, like a bit of seeds. Like everyone's different. Like obviously, it would be good, obviously, but I don't know. I just because I think seeing all my mates being like in and out of a relationship, I still go, nah. Yeah, not put me off, but it takes so much more energy and time consuming. Like just judging off the other boys, like whether it's petty fights, like the miss out on seeing your mates sometimes, which is all part of it. But I think that's why. But other than that, I couldn't really tell you.
I'm glad you didn't say, like, oh, I'm just not ready for a relationship, because, like, when I was making these show notes, I was, like, scrolling through Instagram reels, and off a little reel of Chris Williams, and he's, like, a big pod kind of stuff, and he talks about policy cup as well, like a bunch of different stuff, and he's, like, the smart as bloke. And he said, like, the past decade, like, the amount of young people saying that they're not ready for a relationship didn't increase by about 70%.
Jesus Christ.
And like, men are afraid to make the first move because of women, like, misinterpreting like their intention. So, like, that's even one. He was being like so like aggressive and whatever, but really it's not like ask her out, and like it's causing men to like not make the first move.
Yeah, it is complicated and obviously different for everyone. Like some people like always want to be in a relationship, which is fine, but just my opinion right now. No, I can't really tell you the reason why I haven't, because I don't know the reason. It's just never happened. It's just sort of like, I don't know. Yeah. But like, bit of a review of myself. I don't really put that much. I haven't really put in the yards to get anyone. Yeah, I don't know why, but
I feel like I'm in the same situation, but also because like my last relationship ages ago, the way it ended was just like so stupid, and so like I tried putting an effort in a relationship, and then just like got fucked over. I mean, my like thoughts towards being in a relationship has kind of differed. So like I don't feel, because like back then I felt like I always need to be in a relationship, but now since like the way that ended and like thinking back on it, it's kind of maybe the chiller in the way that I think it's like happy to have someone around all the time.
yeah,
You don't need to be in a relationship to have, someone that you can trust and always talk to, be around, like, more than not.
like I've never really been in a serious relationship, and I don't view myself like I reckon I've been happy like all throughout high school. I couldn't have asked like for a better way, if that makes sense. Like I've never gone through like a period where I've struggled. Like I've always been pretty, because I think I'm always with my mates and then it's always good. And then, yeah, but just the extra stress, it's just, I don't know how people like have numerous relationships and like, you know, when they just break up with a girlfriend, then they're a new one 2 months later. I'm like, how do you find these people? I don't get that. But,
Yeah, if I was like the same with me, like I feel like broke up with my ex. I was 3 years ago, or even longer actually. Married around 4 years ago, but yeah, like after that I was like, man, afraid.
it's a big break.
Ages ago, when you and I decided to go for a kick, you were talking to me about like, I will talk about how like normal guys are. Like when we catch, like when we see them like around in public, and like how like as long as this is it's like that they are like they see us like more like oh shit, like oh, I could get fit with them away.
Mm-hmm.
But you had an interaction with someone.
Yeah, this was probably in year 9. I was doing like this footy session, and I was just by myself, or like a kick, down in Melbourne. And my coach was like to me, he's like, "Oh, Bailey Smith's over there." I'm like, "Oh, what?" And this is when he was like he's pretty popular now, but this is, you know, this is when he was like viral. Yeah, it's like COVID, like 2021. I think it was just after they lost the grand final. And I was like, oh, I've got to see him. I've got to, like, I was full fangirling. Oh, I'd look back and I'm like, that's just so cringe. So cringe. But I was like, oh. To be fair, I was like 14, so I feel like a lot of people have done the exact same thing.
So like, I'm sure if we don't have to get good in those situations.
And then, just the weird thing was, he was like at the other end of the oval. So I'd finished my session, and it was like, the car, like, I was getting picked up. So the car park where I was like here. I'm in the middle. And then he's like the other end. So, like, long story short, he's like the opposite way of where I need to go. I'm like, for in order for me to say good day to him, I have to like do a lap around him. Like, say good day and just lap past him. So he's like in the middle of the field, and in my head I'm like, oh, what do I say? Do I say g'day, or do I just walk past him and look at him? It's like, I don't know, I was just like a bit starstruck. So he's like in the middle, and I'm walking like on the outside of the oval, and for some weird reason, I just turn inside and just walk up to him, like out of nowhere. I'm like, I don't know. And then before I even like got to say a chance to say g'day, he just said, "Oh, g'day, mate, how's it going?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, good." And then we just had a full chat about anything. Like, we had a good 10-minute chat whilst he was like packing up his stuff, and I like walked him to his car. Like, and it was just really weird. Like, it was like a good chat, but it was not expected because, you know, I was chatting to him. I was like, "Fuck, this guy's actually a really good bloke." And then afterwards, I'm sort of like, why did I have such big expectations of like, because I thought he was like a shit bloke. He was like the media thinks he's a shit bloke, which, well, I don't know him very personally, like very well. I've only met him once, but and thank God I didn't have my phone on me and didn't ask for a photo. That would have cringed. That would have been so cringe if I just had a really good chat to him and gone, "Yeah, can I get a quick flick?" Just would have been really. Yeah.
There's few goals in the head.
Yeah, like, because he was like invested. He was asking me about school footy. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, so he went to Xavier, and Xavier's bonus. He was like, oh, yeah, I know Truman, like, blah, blah, blah. And he was talking about, like, he was asking me how's COVID school, like online school going. Or, yeah, it's shit. And then literally, I reckon 2 weeks later, the cocaine thing came out. Yeah. And he was getting slammed in the media. It was legit like that, like not long after. Yeah. Yeah.
His postman message, because I think we said this, like, your dad mentioned this, like, he probably never get those public interactions with, like, younger people.
Yeah, it's weird.
Especially at that time, he was massive.
Yeah, he was massive.
Like, even, we're talking about,
He was the most popular AFL player by far.
100%.
By far.
For people that weren't even from Australia, they probably know about it. Just Google it in the stream.
Yeah. No, it was a good chat. But, because when I was younger, when my dad would like bump into AFL players, like you'd just see them on the street, like just normal. And he would say, "Oh, I saw, I don't know, Jared Rufford at the cafe." And I'm like, "Oh, did he go up and have a chat to him?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Why not?" I'm like, "Did he get a photo with him?" He's like, and Dad was like, "No, mate, like, they're normal blokes, mate, just relax." I used to like not understand. I'm like, how do you not get a photo with a footy player? Like, but I was like 6 when I was saying this, but it's a bit weird.
Honestly, I feel like it would. I've had a memory to, you know, have to actually chat with the AFL player about it, get a flick. Like your story just there to be able to tell people what happened when we talked about with different, like how much of a normal bloke they actually are. And it's a much better memory and like a better story to tell them. Oh yeah, I saw first at Viola, so I got a flick at them. Like, look at this photo. And then, like, what if they say, "Oh, I keep have shut," and they're like, "Nah, I just took a photo." You just sound like a widow. Yeah. And it's like, nope. Although it's all obviously because of the media, but AFL players just get fucking treated like
Imagine like AFL is bad. Imagine like Hollywood.
Oh.
They can't even like go to the shops.
Like that with a was it MTV or TMZ for that Kanye's house, like morning Kanye.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up. That's like 4 a.m. and paparazzi would just be so annoying.
That's like going at the front of someone's house at cool in the morning waiting for them to,
I get paparazzi. I generally don't get it. They go to the most random spots as well. They just camp outside. Their job is to camp outside like a supermarket, and Justin Bieber walks out, and they just take photos of him whilst he goes into his car. And then the headline will be like, Justin Bieber ordered a fucking milkshake, walks to his car, looks depressed, just because he's wearing like baggy clothes.
Oh, they're legit documenting their entire life.
That'll piss me off for anyone. Alright, no one would like that.
Like those videos of like celebrities reacting.
Oh, I would have done the same. I would have done worse. The amount of times I would have said, "Fuck off, cunt."
Yeah.
What's your favourite movie? Oh, give me top 3. Not top 3, but like just a good group of movies that people should watch. Or just your favourite.
I think something people should watch, like, in a ton of women. Because you can't really narrow it down to one good movie.
Yeah, it's hard.
First one, I reckon it's one of, probably not as quotable as Stepbrothers, but White Chicks.
White Chicks.
It is
Oh, that is such a good movie.
the funniest movie I've ever watched in my life, and I know if I was having.
Yeah, it's
That's
so
one of
good.
my favourite comedies. Oh yeah. My favourite sad movie is Notebook.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Amazing. It's
A classic.
Interstellar.
I've watched half of it.
Interstellar is so good.
Yeah.
But not gonna spoil it, but very good ending. I know you love the swimming pool.
Oh, yeah. That's my favourite movie of all time. I reckon everyone should watch that movie. It's like It's like not life changing, but there's so many like,
It opens your eyes.
yeah, it like changes your perspective.
Yeah.
Because it's like really deep,
Yeah, it's so sad.
and it's good actors. It's like Matt Damon and Robin Williams,
Yeah. And
Professor. That's Robin Williams. Yeah, and his mate is Ben Affleck.
so I can't remember actors' names. I'm so bad at when someone tells me like, oh, who's this?
Yeah, I'm not great at that, but Ben Affleck is Batman, so he does do a Batman.
And then a good romance movie is wait, let's see, Hitch. Very good writer from basically he's called the Love Doctor.
Mm.
And so he basically helps guys who can't find kind of relationship like you and me, and he helps us or helps them basically find and get with.
Where is he? Need him. Yeah. Sounds alright. Just on the top of my head, yeah, Good Will Hunting is my favourite. I've probably watched that about 6 times. I know it off by heart. Comedy. Probably, I reckon there's a lot of people, Step Brothers.
Yeah.
I was going to say The Hangover, but I've watched it that many times.
It's
Yeah. Because everyone, or like, when you're at someone's house and they're just like chucking a movie, it's always a hangover.
or it's like an Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I don't even like Adam Sandler that much, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, besides Happy Gilmore. I like Happy Gilmore. I don't even like Sandler. He's the same character in every film.
He's kind of just like himself.
He's just like a crazy guy. Not crazy, and then he like tries to find a girl and shit. But you know, he's like rom-coms. He's all rom-coms. Oh, Shawshank Redemption. That's a real good movie. Watched that the other day. What else? Favorite change the genre. Favorite Disney movie. Mine's Ratatouille. Ratatouille is a real good movie. And I do like Cars, obviously. And I don't mind Aladdin. I like Aladdin. Yeah, that's like an old movie. I like Aladdin.
I mean, I've never really had a kick and love the Disney movies. I love to see. You're part. That card has been.
There's so many. Up's good. Watch Up. Alright.
Right, the first two things I can watch Up.
What was the first movie you cried to?
Oh, that dog's purpose.
Yeah. Mine's not that, but mine's about a dog. It's about a dog dying. Oh, actually, mine was. Nah, not Red Dog. Red Dog's a good movie. Mine was. Oh, I cried and I was like 5. I was so young when I watched this movie. So it's about this dog, and he's really like it's like this professor. He does like teaching at this is true story. So he like teaches at a university, and what the dog does every day goes to the outside of the door and just waits for him, and then when he comes out, I'm spoiling this movie, by the way. He comes out, and then so he like meets him, and then the professor has a heart attack in the like whilst teaching. So the dog waits outside the door for him for like months, even though everyone knows he's died. But like dog didn't know that, so it's just like waiting and waiting, and it's just so sad. And then they've actually got a statue in Japan. Yeah, it's like it's a proper true story.
Oh shit!
And in Japan, there's a statue of, it's called a Chico, I think, and it's like a big husky. And then Marley and Me, you know Marley and Me. That's a sad scene at the end. It's- when the dog dies. It's really sad.
Seeing a dog die, I reckon, gets to everyone at movies.
Oh, it's the worst.
You never cry when a dog's dying in the movie. It's something.
It's so sad. What else have you besides dog? I'm trying to find what else have I cried in.
Dog purpose.
Oh, Boy in the Striped Pajamas. That was more like a horror. I watched that way too young. I watched it when I was 12. It's about like the Holocaust and the Jews and like how they put them all in the gas chamber and like, oh no, because I was 12 and I had no idea that they did this. I was like, how can someone do that? And it was so scary.
I didn't have no too. That's obvious though. I've heard of Pepper House.
I don't think I could cry. I got a bit sad, but I don't think like tears running down. Like I watched it a couple of weeks ago. It's only the ending it's a good one.
I didn't watch the ending the first time I watched it, so I had no idea what the purpose was behind it. So I had no idea that they just score it. I had no idea they died in chain arms. I still cried before it.
What else is there to cry about in the start? Because it's literally just like about their life, like how they grew up.
The scene where the books out of room to them to have their warm with each other, and they're dancing, and then out of nowhere she goes, "Fly you."
Oh, that's really sad because she is dementia. Oh yeah, that's pretty bad.
And he's like, "Come back to her, come back to her." So much I'm getting emotional, but I still like those. I cried. So mate, I feel like okay. Yeah, that. I'm trying to think. Movies I've cried in. Gosh, I'm not too bad. It's not many movies I've cried in. It's just the amount of public cry to those movies.
Yeah. I'm more of a movie man anyway than a TV show. I can't watch TV shows. Yeah. Unless if it's like 20 to 25 minutes, like The Office or Friends. I can't watch 40, 55. Even TV shows, they're 55 minutes, right? And then they'll just leave you on a cliffhanger. Like it'll go right to the bit and then just go boom, credits. And it's like, I just wasted 50 minutes. And I'm like, I might as well watch a movie anyway.
Yeah. Well,
if you're sitting for that long, it's like 2 episodes, that's a movie duration. Yeah.
all right. Well, that brings us to the end of the episode, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank Greg Hush for coming with animals.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me. It was great. Loved it.
Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this or any other past episodes, feel free to share it on our Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. Feel free to give it a rating, give it a like, and we'll see you guys all in the next episode.
Thank you.
Out.